Griffin has the honors for UIC. Neither of these teams are fully staffed, if you will, this evening. UIC is without Demarie Franklin, their leading scorer on the season. They're without their tallest player in Marcus Larson, and also without Michael Diggins, who was one of their more experienced players, one of 3 returnees from last year's team that went 9-13. This IUPUI team will have 9 in uniform, which is up 1 from what they had against Wright State on Saturday. Quick 3 does not go for UIC. That shot taken and missed by Jace Carter, who is playing in just his 4th game of the season. He missed nearly 2 months due to injury. So both these teams' last opponent was Wright State. For UIC, that was on Thursday. For IUPUI, that was on Saturday. For both, it was a road loss. This is in the midst of what was slated to be a 5-game road trip for UIC. That number curtailed by 1. Say's got to get it up on the rim, and a shot clock violation in those 2 possessions might be a sign of what's to come in tonight's game.
Well, I think you're right, Greg. Again, we mentioned the sharpness factor. I think number 1 that teams have not had a lot of practice time, haven't played. You've had some illness, all these kinds of things. It's a crazy time to be in college basketball right now. There's so many things you cannot control.
This is Kevin Johnson, who is the leading scorer of those that are playing tonight for UIC, at just shy of 12 points per basketball game. One of several grad transfers on this UIC roster this season. Began his playing career at Nichols State. Stepped through. McClure did just enough to throw him off the spot. And in the fight for the loose ball, it'll be last touch by McClure and IUPUI.
You mentioned his scoring ability. He's one of the best assist men in the country. I mean, he can break you down off the dribble, get great vision, passes tremendously. A guy who, if you get him out in the open court, you need to get to him quickly.
And to that point, 5.8 assists a game, 22nd in all of Division I basketball. Here's Griffin. 3 1/4. That is up and no good, and McClure will track it down for IUPUI. Here is B.J. Maxwell, the Jaguars' leading scorer, and Maxwell, good look that does not go. Maxwell, the only IUPUI player that averages double digits per game.
It's great to have him back. Great to see him out there, and he just needs to get a couple of runs up and down, get his legs under him, so to speak.
UIC is now 0 of 3 from 3-point range to start this game. The Flames averaging 68 points a game, allowing 71. IUPUI worst in Division I, 51 points per game, but they will absolutely guard you. 65 is what they allow. Turnover by IUPUI, and still no points yet in this contest.
UIC gave away a great opportunity, great defense, great hedge, forced the turnover, couldn't finish.
Skip pass to Maxwell, 3 1/4, and that's good for IUPUI.
Get a little run, get your legs under you, do what you do best. It's a great way to start.
Jaguars are in front. Maxwell, not a great 3-point shooter. Frankly, no one has been on this IUPUI roster this year. Scoball, the long 3 that goes up and over the backboard, and you could say it's been volume shooting from 3-point range so far for UIC. They are 0 for 4.
Well, they've had decent looks. I'm not going to say they had great looks. They've had decent looks. I think, again, when you're in rhythm, off the break in transition, you tend to get just a little quicker than what you'd like to be. But also, it's not a bad idea. When you have that rhythm and have that look, go ahead and take it.
UIC team comes in at 4-8. 3 of those wins against Division I competition. IUPUI 1-11. Their lone win coming against Division III Spalding back on November the 23rd. And AZ Say continuing his hot streak from the last 3 games.
Last game we did with him, Greg, we noticed, he was much more confident, much more assertive. It continues. You look what he's done to this point. He's played very, very well, has shot the ball well.
Boston Stanton comes in and ties up the UIC player in Carter, and that arrow will point to IUPUI.
Great hands, forcing the turnover. Quickness right there. Defensively, Jags are off to a great start here.
And defense is what they've been able to hang their hat on all season long. Wright State got into the 70s. Not many opponents have been able to do that against IUPUI this year. But then again, the high water mark offensively for IUPUI has been 61. That was off the hands of Nathan McClure, and clearly That is one of the problems for IUPUI. We can give you a myriad of stats that are in the bottom 10 of Division I. Turnovers are part of that as well at 17.5 a game.
Well, not being able to execute a simple guard-forward entry pass is a problem. A little overplay. You know, you're always telling kids, make passes you know you can complete. You know, don't try to hope that it's going to get there.
A Hale in the corner. Designated three-point shooter, you can see why.
Quick trigger now.
Jamie in his third year in the UIC program. He is from Australia. Played community college basketball in Missouri first. And all but 5 of his field goal attempts on the season have been from behind the arc.
The beauty of it is, Greg, I mean, he just had the shooting pocket ready. Same thing right here. See yours and match it with one.
B.J. Maxwell, his second bucket, both from three-point range.
He's confident.
Scoball, not that time. Fight for the loose ball. Maxwell will save it. Here is Bakari Lestrap, who has become the starting point guard in the absence of Mike DePersia. Say 3 in the corner, not that time.
No one's turned down a 3 to this point, Greg. and frankly, they've been pretty good looks.
A Hale for 3 in the corner, not that time. Carter with the rebound. Carter, shot blocked. Put back Griffin, 3 of 11. A lone free throw in this game so far, the difference. Jaguars swept a pair from UIC last season. Games played on back-to-back days here at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Slipping behind that zone again. UIC found an open man, just couldn't hang on to the basketball.
They switched on some screens, showed a little different look on that possession, gets themselves a turnover.
Yaklich into the contest. Again, UIC missing some pieces tonight. So they're going a little deeper into the bench than they normally would. DePersia with the drive to the basket. Extra pass to Boston Stanton. Ball's got to go up. Lestrap will get it off in time and splash it down.
It was great patience. Great penetrate pitch. Good patience, good decisions, something they haven't done necessarily well to this point.
3 made threes in the first 4 field goals for IUPUI. Again, that has not been modus operandi for this group this year. Shot clock at 10. Warren finds a seam, but then lost the handle. Tipped away by DePersia. And DePersia will throw on the brakes. Really kind of a 2-point guard look with DePersia and Lestrap on the floor together. Isatua has it poked away.
It's not a bad thing to have 2-point guards. I mean, both of them can handle it. Both of them can shoot it. I think it's a good look. Got some quickness to be able to match him defensively. It's a good move. Plus, the bench is not that deep right now, so got to get some time. Good look, a good move.
So Griffin Yaklich in the game for UIC. This is just the 3rd appearance he has made this year. McClure the 3, not that time, but ball goes right to Bakari Lestrap. No Demarie Franklin, no Michael Diggins, no Marcus Larson tonight for UIC. Diggins out with COVID-19 protocols. Larson and Franklin both dealing with injury. And a hold going to be whistling. That's against Yaklich for UIC.
Yeah, just did not handle the ball screen. Just got caught in that. Both teams, again, this is college basketball. You're not sure you're going to have a full roster. You can ill afford to have some injury problems.
It's 11 in uniform for UIC tonight, 9 for IUPUI. Isatua able to track it down. Shot clock at 15, so good amount of time to work with here for IUPUI. Now that shot clock at 6. Stanton on the drive. Took the contact, got the bucket anyway.
It should have been an and one, but he did finish through the contact. A big basket for him.
Stanton tied for his career high in 10 points against Wright State on Saturday. Isatua knew he was beat. Hooked a Hale on the way by.
Yeah, Hale's a tough guard. I mean, you got him spotted in the corner, and he has the range. He did a great job just on the catch, going straight to the basket.
So Carter and Scoball will check back in. Skobal, a freshman from Serbia. 6 points and 3.5 rebounds a contest. Again, Carter playing in his 4th game of the year. Return to action in the game against Wright State last time out for UIC. Johnson for 3, not that time. Skobal the rebound. A hail from 25, ring it up.
You can't let him just step into it like that. Again, off the long rebound. You lost sight of him. Nobody close enough to close him out. That's like shooting a layup for him.
A hail, 26% from three-point range in the season for one of the numerous grad students on this UIC roster. And he's a young man that's been in the program, Stanton. Good hustle to keep that ball alive, then throws it off the UIC player.
That's great hustle. Both of them going after it. you love it. Both guys getting on the floor. Jags keep possession.
Shot clock at 8. It's got to be quick here for IUPUI. Lestrap, I'm sure he realizes it. He does now.
Yeah, got to go.
Steps through, left hand, at least got it on the rim. And in the fight for the loose ball, able to keep the possession alive.
Ooh, just barely. You know, did the Euro, got the step through, got it up on the rim, and battled to keep it alive.
Lestrap, Say, and Stanton all have kind of rounded into form as of late for IUPUI. That's going to be a hold against UIC, and Lestrap is upset because he could not get the inbounds past the open man and Stanton underneath the basket.
Carter has a hold of him and trying to, he's on top of the screen, but still grabs an arm.
McClure, same play, better result.
Great play, great cut. I mean, good hard cut to the basketball.
McClure, a young man from the Houston area, played 1 year at Texas State, 2nd year here in the IUPUI program. Young man that had a 4.0 in the fall semester at IUPUI. Backdoor cut, right idea. Just Carter wasn't ready for it.
A little strong. Both teams have played hard defensively to this point, Greg. They really have. They really have. I think both teams were victimized a little bit on some of their decision-making on passes, but can't fault their effort.
IUPUI, a right idea. And again, got the benefit of Carter just knocking it onto the baseline.
Well, it's great defense to get there, get the extra body in there. You got to know if you get the catch, you got to go quickly with it because someone's going to be there.
If you're IUPUI, that ball cannot go below your head in that
Not
scenario.
At all. No, you just got to
catch and go up.
Got to understand you don't have much time.
Stanton needing some help. DePersia at 6. Got to go. DePersia in time, did hit the rim, so the possession continues, and McClure is at his best in scenarios like that.
Yeah, exactly. When he's in the scramble mode, he's fine with that, and that's just great hustle on his part.
4 points, 4 rebounds a game, and that 4.0 GPA. IUPUI, the dime from DePersia.
How about the perfect pass? The perfect pass. He's so good at that. I mean, he really is. And the good catch by IUPUI.
8 players have played for IUPUI. 6 have scored for the Jaguars. Their lead back to its largest at 5. Johnson on the bounce. Stripped by DePersia, but went right to Skobal, who lays it up and in.
Skobal right there, but you think about this. IUPUI's done a nice job of taking the dribble away in terms of going to the rim. And they had it there. They just didn't come up with the loose ball.
Skobal's first bucket of the game. Hale leads the Flames with 6. Maxwell has those honors for IUPUI. 3 players awaiting to check in for IUPUI. Lestrap off the window, couldn't get it to go. And here comes Warren. Warren somehow finds Johnson, who steps back. That's a long 2. That does not go.
It's a great decision on Johnson's part. You know, he knows he's going to get some contact. So rather than try to finish it, he kicks it out to a spotted shooter out front.
All tipped away. Lestrap able to track it down. Shot clock at a dozen. Now it's 7. DePersia. And finds a crevice of space. Lestrap in time. Brought rain with that jump shot, but got it to go.
You know what? They've gone deep into a lot of possessions, Greg, and they're tempting the hands of fate, getting that deep into the shot clock. That's a walk.
Jump stop, pretty move, got it to go.
Move. That's a tremendous move. You love the jump stop, comes to a complete stop, and then gets back up. Very well done.
For Carter, just his 4th field goal of the season in playing limited minutes.
He earned that. Carter has, that's a big-time play right there.
Ball was tipped by IUPUI. Both these teams looking to break a conference drought. Again, frankly, they have only played half of their scheduled league games at this point. What was supposed to be a 22-game round-robin schedule for this group. The most they'll play is 19. They've had 3 games postponed. Warren kicks to Griffin. Griffin gets the back of the iron. The putback is there. And again, offensive rebounds can be a problem for IUPUI.
Both teams have taken quite a few threes. They haven't hesitated. They're not shooting it that well. I mean, think about it. IUPUI 8 of 20. UIC 6 of 21.
Shot clock at 10. Carrasco, Say, and Maxwell return last stoppage in play. Shot clock at 4. Say will have to go. Obliges in time and misses everything. Shot clock violation.
Part of the issue here with IUPUI is that they've gotten deep in the shot clock. UIC's doing such a great job on that high ball screen hedge. They take you out. They take you further out on the floor. You have to use some time to get back. And it affects the timing of it for you.
3 left side for UIC. Got that one too.
Yeah.
Carter's got 7.
Carter did not hesitate on the catch and shoot. That's a big time hoop.
In the first 3 games he played this season, Carter 7 points. In this first half, 7 points. And the Flames have jumped back in front. Familiar refrain, shot clock in single digits. And that's going to be a foul on Shirago. This venue dates back to the really kind of the 1940s. Refurbished in 2014. Been the home of IUPUI basketball ever since.
Oh.
And another unnecessary turnover for IUPUI.
Greg, I've regaled you with my Coliseum stories. Coming to watch the Pacers. Watching Eric Clapton and others in concert when I was a kid.
Here's Warren looking to get downhill and going to be bumped by McClure.
A little hand-to-hand combat on that drive. Both were delivering blows to one another.
Frankly, both teams have been physical with each other.
They have, but the officials have had perfect control of it. Both teams are playing hard. Everything is really well done in terms of how hard they're playing.
Second foul on McClure, but just the 4th against IUPUI. UIC's committed all of 3. Again, Warren on the drive, and DePersia, great hands, but stepped to the baseline when he...
great anticipation. On the first dribble, he starts to make his way to the corner and did a great job and just stepped on the line.
But the return of DePersia has made an obvious difference for IUPUI.
It's absolutely, he understands how to win, understands how to play.
Shot clock at 9. Carter again, not that time.
Thought he had another one now.
UIC, 16 of their 24 shots have come from behind the arc. On the season, they make 8.5 threes a game. They shoot 30% from behind the arc. McClure nearly picked up his 3rd foul.
Well, it's an important part of what they do. I mean, you see how they're spaced and how they approach it.
Stanton with the look.
Plenty of time, great pass again. You space it out. You got a guy who can get you the ball where you want it, when you want it.
3rd different player to make a 3 for IUPUI, and Scoball had 2 feet down but couldn't keep it in bounds. Turnover, the 9th by UIC.
I think both teams have played hard defensively. IUPUI's done a credible job defensively. That's just good hard work. Now, again, you try to make sure that you create a turnover. You need to take advantage of it.
DePersia just waiting for that seam to open up.
Yeah, and I don't think I think he didn't think Carrasco was there yet.
Great setup by Carrasco.
Yeah, I mean, great pass.
Walked
great timing
him up
on the
lane.
pass. Absolutely. Got him on his hip and got the pass. It's a nice job inside.
A little teach tape that time by Jonah.
A little bit. You're starting to sound like you're scaring me. You're starting to sound a little bit like a coach now.
7th player to score of the 8 that have played so far for IUPUI. Warren to tie it up. Got it.
Tell you what, again, you dribble baseline, draw the defense, so you draw and kick. And UIC has guys who can finish it behind the arc.
Warren, the grad transfer from Florida Gulf Coast. McClure waiting for some help. About as evenly played a half as you could imagine, reflected in the score. Stanton turns it over. Both teams have been prone to do that. That is, frankly, typical for IUPUI. This is a bit atypical, though, for UIC. They only average 12 turnovers a game. Right. They've got 9.
It is atypical for them, but you can tell how they play. They want to space you out, and they rely on the 3. They have guys who are confident.
That'll be a foul on DePersia. Team's 5th. It'll be his 2nd. So he and McClure each with 2 for IUPUI.
Great ball movement by UIC. You know, you get side to side. You get on that second side. You try to penetrate off of it, draw the foul.
Shot clock resets to 20 after the foul. And 5-out offense for UIC. Now 4-on-1. Johnson, the deep 3. Got that one too. Kevin Johnson, his first bucket.
Well, too much space. I mean, I know he's a hard guard because he can put it on the frenetic pace, but it's a quick pace, and you got to be ready to play at both ends.
UIC has some fouls to work with if they choose to go that route. They've been at just 3 fouls here in the first half. DePersia slips it to Carrasco. Carrasco finishes.
Carrasco does a nice job. Sets the ball screen out front, slips it. Coach Yaklich has yelled at his guys. He sees it coming. Nobody gets there.
Johnson scores.
What a great take to the rim.
There is now a 1-second difference, shot clock and game clock. And I'd imagine IUPUI will try to drain as much of both as possible. No 5-second count being given here, so DePersia's got time. That voice you hear, by the way, is that of D. Brown on the coaching staff of UIC, former great at the University of Illinois. All right, shot clock's at 5. McClure recognizes that left hand.
You know,
Nathan McClure.
He went right to it. No one got on that left hand. I don't believe I've ever seen that. And I like it. What was the nickname?
Now I got to look it up. Next stoppage in play.
No problem.
The War Eagles is the answer to your question.
I like that. Okay.
Johnson on the drive. The runner is good.
I'll tell you what, the first time he tried to drive, IUPUI does a great job to defend him, and he stays right with it and gets the ball back and attacks again.
This game's been. DePersia gets the start. Stanton turns down the 3.
That's a tough pass to make. You're so close to one another.
Mismatch here in favor of IUPUI.
I've been impressed with how hard UIC's come off the hedge, and what a great job they've done.
Maxwell's runner, no, but McClure tips it right to him, and Maxwell the benefactor.
McClure in there, as we've talked about before, in the mix, keeps it alive, allowing the Jags to get a hoop.
By the way, McClure has yet to leave the floor for IUPUI tonight. Played all 21st half minutes.
He doesn't need to.
Scoball too strong. Maxwell the tip. DePersia the save.
Great save.
And McClure able to stay in the court of play.
Yeah,
Carrasco looking to go to work.
Well, face him up and make a move. You know, you stepped him off the block, face up, try and take him to the rim.
Stanton on the drive, plays through contact and scores.
He can do that now. You know what, we've seen him. He'll go to the rim and get it up on the glass and got the finish.
On the drive, it's Johnson.
Whew, man, the seas parted. Did they not? A little screen out front that creates some space. Johnson just goes and finishes it off.
So both teams finding footing a bit more early offensively in half number 2 compared to half number 1. DePersia fouled. Johnson called for it.
Yeah, Johnson almost has in a bear hug out front. Hard not to call that. I think you're right. I think both teams have found their footing. They're playing hard, continue to play hard.
Jace Carter a bit sluggish as he walks off the floor. So Jalen Johnson in to replace him. DePersia tried to split two defenders, couldn't do it.
Oh.
Kevin Johnson then lost it on the way up. That goes right to a teammate, and Griffin is there to put it home.
Well, Griffin sprints the floor and does what he's asked to do, but once again, it's that quick and early hedge off the ball screen that created problems for the Jags at the half court.
And that's going to be a foul trying to play through the screen by Zion Griffin. And D. Brown will have no voice left by the end of this game.
I wouldn't think he will.
That's the person screaming ball screen at the other end of the floor, by the way.
Well, and it's such an integral part of what IUPUI does, and you can cover it different ways. What they've done, UIC has done a great job. Scoble has done a fantastic job on the early help on the edge. It's pretty strong.
Lestrap finally got it to go.
Got the friendly roll. And if
Lestrap circled his way around 3 UIC defenders to make that play.
Yeah, UIC, I'm sure wondering, can't we get anybody to step out and stop the dribble?
A hail off the side of the backboard. Maxwell, McClure for the lead, ring it up.
Well, you love it again. You're in transition, the catch, the step, the shot, like that, all off what you've done defensively.
Nathan has struggled from three-point range this season.
But he's capable.
He'll
That's the
happily
idea.
take that. A Hale lost it.
Once
Maxwell
again,
will track it down.
Defensively, creating a turnover. And again, decision-making.
Turnover number 9 committed by the Flames.
Coach Acklich's going to go to his bench. I don't blame him. His guys have just been sloppy with the ball, have not been tough-minded with it.
Somehow that ball finds Maxwell.
That's a heck of a pass.
And Maxwell going to be called for steps. Defender kind of pulled the chair.
Right.
Maxwell played for contact that wasn't there.
Well, nice spurt right here for the Jags, in large part because they've ramped up what they're doing defensively, got some turnovers, have gotten some big hoops.
Scoball. This is Warren. Shot clock at 10.
Well, the Jags on-ball defense is better, has been better.
Johnson has to go with it. Missed everything. That's off the hands of Scoball. Today is the first day of the second semester at IUPUI, and great to see those fans enjoying themselves here at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Jags the ball in a 2-point lead. Strap weaving his way through traffic. McClure able to track it down. Maxwell in the corner. Misses everything, but Carrasco continues the possession.
See, they've gotten the 50-50 balls, Greg. IUPUI has. They've just done a better job of that. And just missed Carrasco on the slip to begin with.
DePersia got rejected by Griffin. Scoball left it short. Good look at, just didn't go.
I mean, great pass. Carrasco did a nice job of holding his ground. They bumped him a little bit.
Strap got bumped on the floor. Bakari averaging 11 points and 4 assists a game in the last 2.
He's been playing well. He really has in this little stretch.
Yeah, I think we were surprised, given the fact that we saw Azise and Bakari Lestrap a season ago, that they had such sluggish starts to the year, and now those two have kind of rounded into form.
Well, I think this is kind of what they expected to do. Get a moving screen on Carrasco, never came to a stop. And but you're right, they have played well this month. They really have. at both ends. They're good defenders. They've scored consistently.
First foul against Carrasco. Again, to say it has been a limited foul game would be an understatement. 12 have been called in the first 25 minutes.
Right.
One free throw has been shot in tonight's game.
It's all right.
Now, part of that is the propensity for UIC to shoot three-point field goals. 34 attempts, 20 been from behind the arc.
They have been behind the arc. That's correct.
They make an average of about 7 free throws a game, does UIC.
Well, it's this new basketball. And this is percentages. I mean, if you're high volume from 3, whew, yikes. Talk about breaking somebody down off the bounce.
Lestrap has been making those moves, just not finishing after them. He did there. He's got a game-high 9 for IUPUI.
Well, that was an impressive move. And everybody in the arena got fired up about that.
Johnson able to bobble just enough to keep that possession going. Now Griffin for 3.
Tell you what, again, you got to close out as fast as you can. It's the type of team that when you're taught, to get inside, work yourself inside out, this is a group that you need to shade. Know where the shooters are. Get yourself a step or two out there before you have to sprint out and try to close out.
It's the first made 3 of this half for UIC. Shot clock at 7. Maxwell will have to go on his own. Does just that. Doesn't get the roll, but McClure. That's what Nathan McClure has done ever since he set foot on campus.
He lives on this. This is his game. Just be active. Great things will happen for you.
Potentially a turnover.
Could have been.
And because DePersia was hustling, it was a turnover. Then DePersia got body checked. He's all right.
He needs to just relax a little bit right now.
And that wasn't a dirty play. Johnson was going for the ball in that scenario.
But that's just great defense again. Now you'll see it here to the rim.
It was clean up top.
Clean up top, but body.
Went through him on that play, did Kevin Johnson. So Mike DePersia will shoot the first free throws of the game for IUPUI. 2 seconds away from the 27-minute mark.
And I don't believe the officials have let things go. I mean, but they have control of the game.
It's been physical, but it's been consistent.
No, you're right. It has been physical. I'll tell you what, if you're going to the rim, you better expect contact on a night like tonight. You're not going to get a free trip to the rim. It's happened a couple of times, but not. That's uncommon.
DePersia connects. Again, Mike, for all of his skills, is not a tremendous free throw shooter. He is now 5 of 11 from the stripe on the season, but he will exit. Mike playing for the first time since the Tennessee State game on December the 10th. So it's been exactly a month since he last played. But his return noticeable for IUPUI.
He's acquitted himself quite well.
Right idea by Griffin. Lestrap was waiting on him. Lestrap, Stanton blows a tire.
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, just couldn't collect himself. That's a tough pass. They're kind of close to each other. But again, great defensive effort. Keep pounding away on it on the defensive end. Keep doing what you're doing defensively. Keep playing with that level of intensity.
12 turnovers for IUPUI, 11 for UIC. Ball tipped away on the pass. Isatua will track it down. Jaguars will slow. Again, they have been, not sure if by design, but they have used a lot of shot clock in a lot of possessions.
Well, this is one where they are by design, but I agree with you. A lot of it has been stellar defensive effort by UIC.
Maxwell from the corner, not that time. Carter back in, trailer 3, yes sir.
It's a sweet stroke. I mean, it really is. He's that trailer. It's how you draw it up that first day in practice, Greg, when you're going through your break.
Now, I said 3, but it's credited as a 2 here in the building. So apparently foot on the line, but a 2 for Carter. A career-high 9 for the freshman from Titusville, Florida. Persia will come back in next dead ball. Here comes the trap. Jaguars in a spot of bother. McClure, somehow IUPUI got it off in time, and a line drive in the box score is how you would describe that one.
It's the classic, rather be lucky than whatever. Just right place, right time, has the presence of mind to go up before the shot clock. You'll take that.
In this hockey barn, it was a kick, save, and an assist on that play for IUPUI.
Absolutely take it.
Warren, the runner.
Everything's changed around. You start, you pick up the phone, you start calling people, and trying to see who can help one another out.
I would say this is one of my favorite quotes. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you know, Chris obviously has roots here in Indianapolis from his time at Butler, and it's not that they need a game.
Yeah, Strap's going to get called for extending the arm that time.
It's an easy call. So good for the Jags, good for the Buckeyes.
So foul against Bakari Lestrap.
Well, you see, it's pretty easy. You got it before he got to the rim. Cleared some space out a little bit, and that's an easy one to call.
Battle in there for UIC. Warren just missed those last two free throws. Griffin for three on the wing, not that time. And the fight for the loose ball. Stanton comes out of there with it.
See, I'm not so sure all 5 IUPUI players figured out what they were doing defensively. It worked out. Sometimes it does. I think some thought they were in a little matchup. I don't think IUPUI thought they were in a matchup. He wasn't necessarily guarding anybody. Got away with one.
The unintentional junk defense worked for IUPUI.
Pretty much.
Shot clock at 5. Lestrap has to go. Pulls from 17. Add that to the playbook. Lestrap has 11.
Well, again, they've done a great job of getting deep into some shot clocks and have come up strong in it, just like there.
Bakari has matched his career high, which he has scored in each of his last 2 games. He's third string with 11. Warren for 3, not that time. Fight for the loose ball. IUPUI able to track it down.
This is an important time, Greg. I mean, you can get some space, so you need to bump it up. You're up 6. Try to bump it up to 8.
Largest lead of the game for IUPUI for either team.
This is when, as a group, you have to pull together, and everybody has to understand we got to take care of it. No bad shots. Try and get 4 guys on the glass.
Shot clock at 5 for DePersia. It'll have to be him. DePersia split him. DePersia in time.
Again.
Put that in the playbook, too.
I'm just telling you.
Jersey Mike gets his first field goal of the game.
It's a great night for them because they're just deep into the clock, and they get the runner.
The lead grows to 8. Carter working the middle of that zone. And 1. IUPUI with the foul, and Carter with 11.
Carter's been the consistent part of the offense for the Flames. This is a great move individually, great flash cut to get open, and then plays through the contact for the big basket, which his team needed, because IUPUI on a nice little run. So Coach Crenshaw going to make go to the bench a little bit. This pace has been quick. It's been intense, Greg. It really has.
Needs to give Lestrap a bit of a breather. I would imagine he's off the floor for a minute at most.
Yeah, they need his presence, just like they needed. DePersia's time off was not much because they need him on the floor.
That'll be out of bounds to IUPUI. Last touched by Griffin. By the way, that free throw for Carter was the first he's attempted all season. Again, this is just his 4th game.
Right.
Little full court man pickup by UIC. Johnson. Ball goes right to DePersia.
Johnson can put pressure on you without question.
DePersia, the starting point guard for this team a year ago. He's the most veteran of ball handlers for this IUPUI squad. Here comes the double. DePersia goes away from it. Maxwell trying to figure out which way to go.
Gotta go.
He obliges. Got bumped. Won't go, but the last 3 possessions for IUPUI. Shot clock beating basket.
Right.
Shot clock beating basket. 2 free throws with 2 on the 30.
And it does appear that they're trying to use as much clock as they can. Kind of shorten the basketball game. If you're playing a team that's a high volume 3 shooting team, if they don't have chances to shoot the ball, it's going to be hard for them to make it.
Maxwell, 81% from the free throw line. BJ may not know it, but he's a Johnny Cash fan because he's been everywhere, man. Abilene Christian, Detroit Mercy, St. Edward's, IUPUI.
A number of young men have that same path, a similar path, if you will.
Becomes the second Jaguar in double figures, joining Lestrap.
Wow.
For the Texas native.
Little zone right here by the Jags.
AZ Say has checked
Follow
in for
cutters,
IUPUI.
a little matchup, but you're following cutters through. Makes it look like a man-to-man.
Griffin the three, got it,
Big
rattles
basket,
it home.
big basket. On the catch and shoot, big basket. Because Jags had bumped it up to 8.
Griffin, who formerly spent time at Iowa State. A returnee from last year, one of 3 for this UIC squad that saw significant minutes. DePersia turns, no. And who touched it last? Finals take place 8 weeks from today.
How about that? This seems to have gone rather quickly, Greg. 8 weeks. A lot of basketball to be played between now and then. Once again, Jags looking to get into the shot clock. Taking some time.
DePersia at 4. At 3, Say on time, but did not touch the rim with his shot.
What threw that off was the great hedge, again, by Scoble. I mean, it was, he takes you out of what you're trying to do. Makes you get off that trajectory, and it takes time.
IUPUI has led for the last 9 minutes, but Warren with that bucket, and if he can get the free throw, it's down to a 2-point game.
See, that's the thing. I mean, this has been a kind of a stagnant UIC offense. They have not been as aggressive as they had been earlier in the game. This is just strong. I'm going to the rim. You're going to need to try to stop me. Good move by Warren. An aggressive move. Big time move at this particular time, too.
Warren averages 8 points a game. Missed his first 2 free throws, not this one. He was 10 of 11 on the season coming in. Down to a 1-possession game. And again, this is not a spot that IUPUI has been in a lot this year. Having to hang on to a lead late. Stanton from the elbow. No.
Thought he was going to get the friendly bounce, but just didn't.
Now a 2 to tie, a 3 to go back in front for the Flames. UIC has 4 victories this year, 3 non-conference wins against Division I competition, 1 against an NAI school. Griffin, the jump stop.
Oh my!
And gets said friendly bounce.
What a big time move! Let me tell you what, 2 bounces and he's going strongly to the rim, and it hangs in there to tie it up.
8 straight points for UIC. 50-50. Maxwell in the corner. Carrasco going to work. Left hand, pretty move.
How about a little one-on-one move by Carrasco? Under control, goes to the left. Big time move.
Carrasco rarely looks for his own shot. It is the 2nd most points he has scored against a Division I foe this year. And the Jaguars seesaw back in front. Johnson just trying to find an opening. Shot clock at 9. And Scoball with a decleater of a screen on DePersia.
Yeah, there was some contact.
I think Scoball got the foul that time just because he has about 70 pounds on DePersia.
Well, there's that. And they're also looking for you to try to come to a stop before you make contact. So it's a I understand it. Jags have to try to take advantage here. A little turnover by UIC. Take your time. Keep doing what you're doing offensively.
McClure comes back in for IUPUI.
And Lestrap is coming back at the next time.
Then Carrasco got tied up on the dribble handoff. Warren will score it, tied at 52.
See those unforced errors, Greg, at a time like this when you're making a run and you're doing things, they kill you, to be honest. It's just something you got to be tough to play through that, to make better decisions, to be tougher with the ball.
Ball knocked away by UIC, but remain IUPUI ball.
I mean, he jumps into the passing lane, thought he might have had it, but couldn't control it.
Lestrap replaces DePersia.
DePersia needs a breather to finish it out, quite frankly. He needs just a little bit of time to get him to that under 4 media timeout.
Shot clock at 3, at 2, at 1, on time, but off target. Lestrap immediately taps his chest, saying, my fault. So UIC will have a chance to go back in front.
It was an uneven possession, to say the least. Again, their strategy seems to be, we're going to take you deep into the shot clock, get something going to the rim. It's been successful. They've made some dramatic shots, more than normal, quite frankly, and it's served them well.
Last single-digit loss for IUPUI was Chicago State on December the 16th. Blocked by Carrasco, and Maxwell wipes it away. Fight for the loose ball. The jump ball will go to IUPUI.
Great defense, really well played. Stayed down, did a nice job of holding position and getting the block.
Reference the fact that single-digit loss to Chicago State. Chicago State lost. That was a 6-point game. Carrasco is getting checked to see if there's any blood. I think that's the reason for the
he's got
stoppage in play.
Yeah, he's got some. He literally stuck his nose in there and got something going on.
He has played so hard and played so well. This may be a case where if you're Matt Crenshaw, you might think about taking a timeout to keep him in the game.
I think you would if you didn't have 4:17 up there. You want to save it and get yourself under the immediate timeout because it's coming.
To finish that point about that game against Chicago State, that was a 6-point game. It really was a double-digit game most of the way. I make that reference because IUPUI really hasn't played in kind of a game that was close late for about 2 months.
No, you're right.
They had a handful of those early in the season, but they have not had a game that's come down to the final possession or two in a while.
Well, this is where, you got to be efficient. You need to come down and mentally tell yourself we're scoring on every possession. And we're gonna shut them out.
Carrasco's wanting Lestrap to come get it.
This is a rather uneven possession too.
Lestrap will go again. Fires it to Maxwell. Just chucks one towards the rim. It does hit the rim, and Say able to track it down.
Great hustle by the Jags. Not a good possession at all, but great hustle to keep it alive.
Carrasco looking to go to work. Skip out to Say. Say forced it, but
also an inability to take care of the basketball.
And AZ makes them both. It's not been his offensive night that's been the last 3 games. He's been averaging 16 a night, just 4 points, but 2 huge free throws there.
Well, he's played well defensively. I mean, that's the other part of his game, too.
By the way, a foul to give if you're IUPUI. Carter. Warren a bobble, but a recovery. Shot clock at 10. Johnson trying to create something for the lead. Not that time. Fight for the loose ball. Griffin tracks it down, and we're tied at 54.
Well, keeping it alive allows Griffin to come in and clean it up and go back to the rim. That's just you got everything except the rebound. You got inside position. You don't get it.
So Griffin with 15. That's game high for either side. Say had an angle, takes the short corner shot, and the mid-range jumper is not dead with the senior from Alabama.
No. You love his confidence. You love his willingness to step up there and take that big shot and knock it down.
Well, once again, 2 to tie or 3 to take the lead for UIC.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do in a situation like this, Greg, foul a jump shooter. Don't, especially from 3.
Shot clock at 6. Johnson.
Oh, he had him tied up.
Foul, I believe, on the drive.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, no shot. They will say on the way up, 2 free throws. McClure gets whistled for it.
Yeah, this is the old IUPUI coach in me, Greg. I thought it was a jump ball. But you know how it is, trying to maintain that objectivity. But a good move to the rim and strong move to the rim.
So Johnson, 65% from the line, connects.
Listen, Johnson did a great. He did what he needs to do. Get in the lane and make something happen.
3 of 6 from the line today for UIC. Make it 4 of 7.
Strong.
Once again tied.
Go to the line and convert. You know, again, it's a big deal. I think everybody understands.
Jaguars are 5 of 6 from the stripe. So tied at 56. Lestrap, yep. The C's parted. McClure for the lead. Not that time. Say taps it out. Johnson will track it down. Then McClure is called for a foul, which will send Johnson to the free throw line for 1 plus the bonus.
You did everything you wanted, that you needed to. You had a shot, a guy who can knock down a jumper, and it doesn't go, and then he gets a foul that just didn't need to commit. Coach Crenshaw questioning why. You know, I don't think Nathan could get out of the way, and good call. I mean, the call's right, but this thing's coming down to the free throw line, Greg.
UIC last led at the 16:57 mark. A free throw here can change that, and it will.
You know, step up there, knock down your free throws.
This UIC team had a pair of non-conference victories in December. They're not on the victory drought that IUPUI is on. Johnson makes them both. He's made 4 in a row down the stretch. And the Jaguars play from behind for the first time in 15 minutes. Lestrap slips it to Carrasco. Carrasco finishes.
A tremendous pass and a tremendous finish.
Carrasco matches his career high, the senior from Kansas, and tied at 58.
That's it, number one. You got to get on the glass, and when you have a shot, as simple as it sounds, you got to knock it down. You really do.
Johnson on the drive. Now Warren, shot clock at 8. Warren dishes to Skobal, and UIC in front.
Big time move. I mean, the hesitation, the fake. I thought he was going to go ahead and shoot it. That's a big time play at that particular time.
So a 2 to answer, a 3 to take the lead. If you're IUPUI, they've made just 1 3 here in the second half.
Again, this is where you just stay within the framework of your offense. Don't try to do too much.
Lestrap, the step back, got it. 13, a new career high for Bakari Lestrap.
Yeah, looked good from the time he made the move. It's a big time move for him. He's had a great game. Same situation. Don't make a mistake. Don't foul shooters.
20-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Skobal for 3.
Down 3, you don't necessarily need to take a 3. You don't want to take a quick one. You want to stay within your offense. You know, you're going to have time for another possession.
Doesn't have to be a 3, but it's got to be points. It's a foul on Carter, who was holding Carrasco. And Carter not happy about the call, but frankly,
it was an easy call to make.
That may not be that bad of a foul because Carrasco is 10 of 18 at the stripe this season. And he is going to the line for the first time tonight. This is the 7th free throw that IUPUI has tried all night. By the way, Skobal returns now for UIC.
Yeah, I mean, get him back in because he can defend.
Carrasco pure on that one. So a new career high for the second-year member of the IUPUI program.
Big hoop, big finish for him.
Carrasco got it again. So he's the 3rd different Jaguar in double figures. Now Jags will go small with DePersia in. Do you foul immediately?
No.
Do you play this out for a little bit?
I think you play it out for a little bit. And one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to try and go for a steal or go for a double and run out of it. So they had one trap. Now you foul.
Johnson, a 65% free throw shooter. He has he's made his last 4. But again, he's 65% on the season.
See, in a situation like that, I mean, you try to deny the inbound. You try to get a 5-second, try to deny. You try to get a trap as fast as you can. You got time for one. they get out of it, then you foul. That's the progression that you make.
So Persia will check out as Carrasco checks back in.
Well, you're playing offense, defense here.
It's the 8th foul committed by IUPUI, so it's 1 plus the bonus. 7 seconds came off the clock, by the way, in that sequence. Johnson's free throw good.
He's been money.
Struggles this year. Johnson good again. So it'll now have to be a 3 to tie for IUPUI.
McClure seems to be in some kind of pain. I mean, I'm not sure he has that grimace on his face, so to speak.
Lestrap will go ahead and take the 2 and make it.
Good move. Good move.
IUPUI not going to call a timeout yet.
Nope, no need to. You get one trap.
Now they're going to try to foul Griffin. They can't, and now they'll foul Johnson. Trips to the line 7 in the game against Northern Illinois back in mid-December.
He's been huge, without question.
Johnson connects again. So now UIC will pick up
pressure.
Full court.
You know, this makes a whole lot of sense. You can't allow an easy look.
Lestrap gets to half court. Lestrap is fouled and
is in. So somebody should try to screen across the lane, screen his guy to give him space to get there.
Lestrap misses. Loose ball. Carrasco couldn't pick it up in time.